LA Rams take to the road for Week 4 off to Indy to take on one of the early season surprises in the NFL, the 2-1 Colts.
One of the greatest performances by a kicker I've ever seen in NFL history.
This game could be a nice defensive slugfest. Indy's defense has held their last two opponents under 21, Houston in Week 2, who blew up in Week 3, then Baltimore last week, who had been good for 25+ their first 2 weeks. Colts defense is no joke, apparently.
Ball is out at the tail end of the play. Turnover to the Colts.
LA didn't win last week, but they held Cincinnati to 19.
Throws a dart downfield, and it's intercepted. Witherspoon comes up with a pick.
San Francisco got him, but they also shut down Seattle Week 1, who has looked pretty good since. Who do the Rams prep for this week? Rookie Anthony Richardson and his scrambling style?
And running right side is Anthony Richardson. Fake the reverse. Turns the corner. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown.
The state championship isn't on the line, but Indianapolis's coach won't have to wait till the fourth quarter to put Gardner Minshew in if Ant can't go. He didn't throw the ball over any mountains last week, but Uncle Rico threw for a touchdown. No picks. He didn't hurt him.
Excellent job by Minshew, recognizing what they were in, adjusting the call, and then giving fading, knowing it was going to be pressure coming up, and then went to his running back with a great throw.
The trio of dudes the Rams secondary will primarily scrap with: Josh Downs. He led them in targets in Week 3, 57 yards.
Pressure coming, passes away, first down, Josh Downs.
Alec Pierce, 43 yards in Week 3. Usually the lead man, Michael Pittman, 55+ yards in each game, 75+ last week.
And his physicality. Gardner Minshew stands tall in the pocket, knows he has his receiver, takes a shot, and what a catch by Michael Pittman.
LA's DBs did struggle with Cincinnati's number 1, allowed over 140 yards to Jamar Chase last week.
Fake it to him, Burrow on the move, lofting downfield, and Chase has got it.
They did not struggle with anyone else, though. Held Burrow to a sub-60 rating, under 6 yards per attempt, no touchdowns allowed, picked him off. They've held quarterbacks to the 6th lowest rate over 3 games.
Throws a dart downfield, and it's intercepted. Witherspoon comes up with a pick.
Whoever QBs for the Colts has to worry about Aaron Donald, of course. Buried Burrow once.
Pressure, swallows him up. Sacked for the first time. Guess who? Aaron Donald.
Byron Young has to be paid attention to as well. Half a sack last week, 3 QB hits. Has made it home, partially at least, in each game.
Running game up front, and they get him. That's the one thing you cannot do.
Colts run game in Zach Moss's hands. He scored a reception TD Week 3, 122 yards.
Nice hole there by Nelson, and Moss hitting it fast. He wants one cut and go, get it downhill, and hit that hole.
Over 4 a run both games he's played, over 85 rush yards. The Rams defense he faces held Joe Mixon under 4 per carry. Only CMC has gashed them so far.
Nowhere for Mixon to run. Off the edge. Byron initially blew it up, and then Michael Hoyt got him.
So what about LA's offense? It's been rough the last 2 weeks. Kyron Williams under 40 yards rushing, under 4 yards per carry, hasn't cracked 4 a run once yet.
They flip it to Williams on the edge, and he is tracked down and dropped by Dax Hill.
But the Rams' run game isn't Indianapolis's real concern. It's Matthew Stafford, who hasn't looked much better the last 2 weeks. Back-to-back games, he's had a sub-70 rating. He was picked off twice by the Bengals.
Stafford on the move. Navigated around, but threw it into traffic, and it's intercepted.
LA's O-line has to give him more time if he's going to get right. He got hit 10 times, sacked 6.
And cutting route, but Stafford can't get there because Trey Hendrickson wraps him up.
Colts sacked Lamar Jackson 4 times. Defensive end Kwity Paye has 1 bag in each game this year.
Jackson in trouble, and is the ball out again? Did they just pick it right out of his hand? It's Kwity Paye.
Samson Ebukam grabbed a sack 2. He has 2 for the season. DeForest Buckner didn't even have 1. He looms, though. The Colts would love to get more heat like that because their secondary benefits. It did last week anyway. Held Lamar under 7 yards per attempt, a sub-90 rating.
Mark Andrews versus Juju Brents. It was late. The pressure got home. Lamar had to reset, and he's late on that ball, and that allows Juju to get there.
Main 2 guys, Colts DBs, will trace Tutu Atwell. He scored Week 3.
They throw to the left. Tutu's got it. Touchdown. LA.
And rookie sensation Puka Nacua, he was quieter versus the Bengals compared to his first 2 weeks, but he still had 70+ yards.
But again tries to scramble and now launches downfield, and wide open is Puka Nacua.
The Shoe sees this as a legit shot to get to 3-1. The Rams will be desperate to even things out, though. Blow the comment section up with your thoughts and predictions, and don't forget you can watch live games, NFL RedZone, NFL Network, and more on mobile on NFL Plus. Let's get to the panel of 10.